The reason why it's important for the Wanda Joyce Robinson Foundation and the Franklin County Regional Jail to partnership is because the Wanda Joyce Robinson Foundation helps support the kids, and we actually get a chance to actually get to the parents to actually say, listen, my kid needs help.
I believe the Wanda Joyce Robinson Foundation is important to change the cycle. They're the teammate that we need to find the resources and the paths to get the kids connected with the people.
The foundation gives these children and their parents kind of a sense of stability, and it's important that we have these mentors in the classes that they do, the Crush program, to make sure these kids know that they have people there for them to support them, and then it gives the parents support also. And I've never seen anything like it, and I've seen it change people.
It's probably one of the worst situations I've ever been in, but the real problem was when I had to tell Wandell, my youngest son, that I was gonna be gone for 10 years, and then not be able to see him, not be able to take him to school or football practice, you know, or not having Delvon over at the house. Just not being able to be the father that you thought you were supposed to be was crushing for me.
I got locked up arrested on Christmas Eve of 2020. I was taking gifts to my little girl's house, and I had warrants, and somebody called on me. I didn't even get to give my little girl the gifts I'd brought over her, and it broke my heart. I was laying in a detox cell, dry cell, like 3 or 4 days, and that's all I thought about. It was pretty miserable. I don't even talk to them for a whole year, because we just didn't have no contact. Their mother, she uses drugs, I use drugs, and it's not important. It's just not, that family thing is not really that important, I guess.
When we got to do the Christmas program with Wanda Joyce Robinson Foundation, I've been in law enforcement 21 years. That night was the most rewarding thing I've ever got to witness in law enforcement. I got to see kids see their fathers for the first time in a very long time. I got to watch people that have been incarcerated change that night. I witnessed it. Very rewarding, and we are blessed to be a part of the Wanda Joyce Robinson Foundation.
Like a week before Christmas would be 2021, and they say we're going to the church, have Christmas with our kids. Well, it was just like I got to relive at the first Christmas where I got arrested, in front of their house. And like I said, I hadn't seen them for a year or even talked to them. I've been writing them letters, and send them those about once a month, each a letter. But as far as the physical contact or even the visual contact or even voice contact, it's nothing.
When I was growing up, I never got that contact from my dad. Like it wasn't like we hugged or I told my dad said, "Oh, I love you." Like, no. Like, it was the contact visit, just to be able to hug your family, your mom, your dad, whatever it is, that goes a long way. The emotional attachment, can take you so far in life. Just having that contact and just be able to hold your kid's hand or, rub their head or whatever it is, has a major impact on the kids. And that's why if you see me with my kids, I'm very affectionate with my kids. Like, I love them, I tell them I love them all the time. And I feel like it plays a major role in our relationship. So, because me and my boys, we have a relationship that's out of this world. And they know, my dad is going to be there for me, right or wrong. And he's going to embrace me and love me like a parent's supposed to be.
When I became on the board of the foundation, I was actually doing the visits at the jail, just the regular visits that we have here. So I would see these kids come in twice a week usually, and it was behind the glass. It's a completely different reaction and emotion when the kids and fathers or mothers can see each other in person. They get to talk in a different environment. They're just together like a family. Like the Christmas visit, they were in a living room setting, and they got to have dinner with their fathers and open presents and just sit and talk without a phone, holding a phone to the glass. They got to actually be with their family, and it was amazing.
It took us a while to plan it. There was a lot of unknowns, and it's way outside of the box. But it was also very, very rewarding to get to do so. So I guess you can say with a little bit of risk came a whole lot of reward. It was tremendous. I hope that program never stops. And as long as I'm here, it won't.
I teach reentry programs, so it goes hand in hand because I see the inmates kind of in a different light and know their needs and their families and all that. And so Amy and I just kind of started talking about doing video visits on the tablets with the inmates, with their families. And then we just kind of went from there and started some of the programs.
I've got to do the video visits once a week with them through the Wanda Joyce Robinson Foundation. And it's consistent, you know what I'm saying? My little girls to see their face. It has saved the relationship with my 3 little girls. I promise you that.
I would have did anything in the world to have that video visitation, just to see my kids' faces, to see them smile, or just to see me smile, whatever they needed. But now we have that opportunity, and we are available to provide that for our kids, which is out of this world. And I totally appreciate GTF for actually even, coming on and connecting with us and being in partnership with that. So they have made a major impact on our community, and our kids will be able to have that video visitation with their kids and their parents.
We do a book reading program where I have a recorder, and the inmates will read a child's book, and I'll record them, and then we send the book and the recording to the family. And we started that, and we've started contact visits and all that. So we just kind of got to talking about the needs of the children that she deals with and the inmates that I deal with, and what we can do to break the cycle.
One of our number one things in the jail is rehabilitation, and this program is a stepping stone for that, and it's the best I've seen since I've been in law enforcement.
Just for me being in prison and being so far away from my family, it was hard, financially wise, So what we do is we actually help support kids that have parents that are incarcerated, not just in Kentucky, maybe in Massachusetts or somewhere, and we get them on the plane, or we get them the gas cards, which is very important because it's not the kids' fault that their parents are incarcerated. So I do this to make sure that they still see their parents, because that might be the one thing that they might have been missing, that they might need to see every now and then to keep them going, keep them motivated, or whatever it is. So that's a major part of our program, is make sure they stay in contact with their parents.
I would have to thank them from the bottom of my heart. I mean, it's I just can't believe that there's people out there that's really that good of people, you know what I'm saying? It's just amazing people doing amazing things, you know what I mean? And like I said, they go above. It was above and beyond at Christmas deal. And the visits, this is through God. This is through God, this foundation, Wanda Joyce Robinson Foundation, and everybody that's involved in it is just so dedicated to a positive change, And I mean, I owe them the world.